Everybody, welcome to San Mateo Public Library, and this is Aisha, and I have another craft for you today. And today we're going to make 3D cubes from paper and glue. So this one, I made a smaller one from cardstock, and this one is made with construction paper. And they're really easy to make, and it's cool. This is a cool craft because you get to practice your math skills with this. You could create a pattern if you like, if you use different colors like I've done on this one. And I've been trying to figure out how many pieces that I needed to cut out. There's some interesting math to it, so I know you guys out there are really smart and you can figure it out probably faster than I could to cut out enough to show you today. So like I said, all you need is paper, whatever colors you like. You can use, if you need, to make it a smaller one like this, I thought it helped to use thicker paper. So this is cardstock. But you can use any kind of paper as long as you're really good at folding and creasing things. And you need glue. So I started out with a full sheet of paper, which I have half sheets here that I cut. So this is the other half of some that I cut for this one. So I cut the sheets in half, and then you just fold it in half and cut it to get the half. Then you fold this again in half and cut it to get this size. And so this is the size of this cube here. If you want it to be smaller, like this cardstock cube, I folded this in half again, like this way, to get this size. So I will let you know that this one was a little trickier to do just because it was smaller, and my hands are kind of big, so it was trickier to get these stuck together because there's a little space where the hole is to kind of work with it. But for kids, it might be easier because your hands are smaller than mine. But if you want an extra challenge, you can make it smaller. If you can also make it so they can sit on top of each other. It's pretty cool. So you could build a bunch of these and then create something even bigger or more interesting. You can build a structure or something like that wherever your imagination takes you. So what I'll do now is I'll show you, once I have all of my sheets of paper that I'm going to use to create my shape, I need to fold these in half. So I've pre-folded these. So here's the colors that I picked. And my math skills, as I was practicing, I should only need 3 of each color to make another cube like this. And I'll be really embarrassed if it doesn't add up and I have to fold more. I have plenty more paper here, but I have 4 colors, and the trick to this is that one side we'll build the bottom first, and then we'll build the bottom first, and then we'll build what makes the top, and then we put it together with the legs that will make it stand up. So I'll move these over here to the side. Just take my 1 color of each and my glue. There we are. So all you have to do is to just take one piece and then match it up like this. So that's how I'll just put them together this way so you can see how it works. And then that way. So that's how we'll just glue them together that way. So, and I try to match up the seam or the crease in my fold to the edge. Otherwise, there we are. So that one's there. And I'll put a little glue here for my brown piece. And I'll match my fold to the edge. And then press it down to make it stick. And now I'll add my last piece. So I have to glue both of these, both sides, for the last piece. And I'll turn this around so I can see it better. And so again, I match up the fold to the edge. Stick it down. All right. And there we are. So there's one side. It could either be my top or my bottom. I'll put that there. And now, and so here's the really interesting part. If you want to make a pattern, or you want the colors to be all on a certain side, or you want to be creative, however way you want to do it, whatever way you want to do it, you just place them however you like, and then you follow whatever pattern that you want to do. So now I glue to the edge. All right, there's one side. Glue to the bottom and to the edge. There's another side, and then here's my last piece here, so I need to glue both sides, the bottom, and then put it in there. All right, so there's my top. And so here are my 1, 2, 3, 4. The last four pieces that I should need, if I calculated this correctly. Hopefully I did. And it gets a little more complicated at this point because we have to glue both sides we have to glue multiple sides to make it stand up. So your leg is going to go in like this inside. Just match up the corner again, and it should be like that. And so I just need to glue. So I'll glue that side, and then I'll glue this on the inside. And then stand it up, stick it together, and this might take a little bit of skill with the glue and with your hands, but I'll just do this way. Maybe that'll be easier for me. So now stand it up, stick it to that side, make sure stick it to this side. There. Here's another one. Glue one side, glue the other. Stand it up. Make sure it's stuck. And the other side together. And then my last one, glue one side, glue the other. And you see as I'm adding more parts, more pieces, it gets a little more challenging to make it stick and stand up. Okay, so there's my bottom and my legs, if you want to call them that. And so now here is the hard part. I put my top on, which it fits pretty well. But now I just have to glue these and stick them together. So I think when I did the first one, I did it kind of separately, and it was really challenging. So I think learning from the time I did it before, I will just glue this and then stick it, and so I'll do it this way. So then I'll just put a little glue on each side, each of these tabs. Like this, one dab on each side. And I'll put it here. So now it's really cool that there's this opening, the opening in the middle here, so that I can kind of stick my hand in there and work with this to stick it together. And squeeze it and squeeze together. And I might need a little more glue. I need another pair of eyes. another set of eyes. So, all right, probably need a little more glue. This side. If I had some, I always say that a little glue goes a long way, and then I end up not using enough. But you get the idea. So I'll go through and fine tune this and add a little more glue. This side is sticking pretty well. It was till I moved it. But you get the idea. Here's my second one. And like I showed you before, here's my cube. Like I showed you before with the smaller one, it's just a little more challenging. This one is a little harder because it's made with cardstock, but there's a little more folding involved, and the cardstock is a little harder to fold as well, to fold and crease. But here's my cube. So I'm going to go back later and just use some liquid glue. Might work better on this, although this one worked pretty well too. So here's my cube, my lazy cube. Thanks for watching, and check our social media and our website for upcoming programs and events. See you soon.